With all the glossy advertisements and features that real estate companies put out for their projects, everybody wants a new home. But the question really is, can you afford it? And we're going to sit down right now with BPI Family Savings Bank and another partner guest to just thresh out this question. And joining us right now are TG Limcauco, the president of BPI Family Savings Bank, and Francisco Colayco. He's the chairman of the Colayco Foundation for Education. And we are talking about tips for those who want to get into real estate. What advice would you give to somebody who would be getting into real estate for the first time as an investment opportunity?
My first advice is to really understand why you're investing. What is your purpose?
My advice is ask and ask and ask questions until you think you have all the answers.
Okay.
Never be afraid to ask.
What are the questions that you shouldn't neglect asking?
I think you have to be very clear in your mind what is your purpose in buying this asset.
Okay.
If it's an investment, fine. Let's say it's a completed asset. What will I do with it? Will I sell it as soon as I buy it?
One of the things you should ask yourself is, can I truly afford it? The
Okay.
monthly payments. Should there be an emergency? Will I have enough savings still to pay for the emergency without jeopardizing the payments that are due to the developer or to the bank?
What are some things that you should keep in mind before you get into a pre-selling project?
You have to know your own situation, financially speaking. What is your net worth today? What is your disposable, investable fund? What is not?
In the banking sector, there is a quick test, and globally, this seems to be the standard that if you can allocate 1/3 of your income to your housing purchase because you're buying your own home, that's a good level.
So I think in terms of cash flow, most of us should know how much free cash we have every month.
How does BPI Family Savings Bank help people realize their capacity actually to pay or afford something?
We find that when a lot of clients come in and speak to us about their loans, we need to explain to them a lot of the terms.
Okay.
And this really is what is important, that people must understand their commitment. And that's why we work with them to make sure that they truly can afford it. Because the last thing we want to do is find out a year down the road or 2 years down the road that they can't afford it.
Institutions like BPI are good partners because they give us additional capital. Good loans are essential. 99% of Filipinos don't have the money to buy the things they need. What is bad is you buy things you don't need with money you don't have. So I have to know what will make this asset an asset for me and not a liability. That's also where the choice of your funding institution becomes very important. Because responsible lenders are more concerned about collecting and not collecting from their loan and not foreclosing on the asset.
Our business is to lend money so that people can buy their homes and get paid back that money.
Right.
Because the reality is, most people, your largest asset will be your home. Not many of us are fortunate to be able to have that big block of money to buy a home in cash.
Right.
So we have to use our future earnings to pay for that. And that's the role of a financial institution.
Right. And with that, I'd like to thank you very much for your time, Mr. Francisco Colayco, the chairman of the Colayco Foundation for Education. Of course, TG Limcauco. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabe.